Hi. Give me a second to find this video. I'm going to do a little bit of an energy report. I put one out this morning too, so I'll talk a little bit about the energy. I'm back to doing Lumerian cards today. Give me a moment to find this feed and get it set up. If you're just finding me, take a second to share this out also. I always need you guys to. We've had a lot of energy coming in. I always kind of talk about this time, this week, as kind of a good time to chill and manifest. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about using intentions today. We have a lot of energy still coming in for the rest of the day, and it's been really an amazing time for manifesting. And I want to talk a little bit about how I manifest, because it's something I'm supposed to be, learning how to do better and better. So I'm going to kind of share a couple of tips of how I manifest. A lot of manifesting I have found is intentions and energy. And we have energy all around us. We're figuring out that suddenly the planet's getting flooded with energy, and we're kind of losing density around here. We're becoming lighter and lighter. So we're able to manifest more and more. Everyone's been manifesting the entire time they've been living here. The law of attraction is very real. Whatever we're thinking about, we usually will attract and draw to us. I just saw that we have about an average of 50,000 thoughts a day that run through our mind. And that's something I'm very aware of since my spiritual awakening, that our thoughts are programming our entire reality. Our subconscious is creating everything that we will attract to us, everything that we will see, every person, every circumstance, everything we're going to experience. And we're kind of feeding it with our thoughts. So if we have a lot of negative, toxic thoughts going on, we're going to attract those kind of toxic things in our life. If you are thinking very positively, you're going to attract the things that you want to you. And this takes some mastery, starting with the mind. I'm very into past places. I have to kind of go there. I'm into places like Lemuria and Atlantis as very real places that the human soul would have spent time learning in and evolving and kind of growing. And, we're kind of here paying back that collective debt from Atlantean times, which was a place where people had mastery and a lot of abilities centered around the third eye, that they realized that, your thoughts could influence not just your reality, but other people's realities as well. It also influences our body, our health. Like I said, every circumstance we're going to draw to us. And suddenly, as the energetic dynamics on this planet are changing, so are the natures of reality. Suddenly we're seeing more of what is there, especially right now, this time of year, with the veil almost non-existent, very thin. We're coming into abilities for the first time in a very long time. We're bringing a lot of light to this planet. We're vibrating higher and higher every day, and so it's making it easier and easier for us to manifest. We have a lot of galactic energies. While we might be in a K3 index geomagnetic storm right now, these energies, a lot of them, they're not even able to scientifically measure, and there's a lot of them coming into this planet. Higher frequencies, kind of codes of light that are hitting us, affecting our DNA, recoding our reality, and shifting our frequency higher and higher. So it's very important that we're becoming consciously aware that our thoughts are creating our reality. It's like navigating a dream where we're having this spiritual awakening and we're realizing it's no different than the astral realm, or the world that you go to when you sleep and dream, that anything that we're focused on at any given moment, we have a high probability of seeing that outcome just with what we're thinking about. So it's important that we're setting intentions. What is an intention, right? A lot of times we're giving this subconscious, like I said, 50,000 orders a day, and it's getting confused as to what to create for us, right? We're thinking about random things all day. So we can get really aligned with what we're thinking about, and we'll probably shift to that reality. We'll probably manifest whatever it is that we're working on. It doesn't matter if it's something in the material, because we have the opportunity to begin to realize that energy manifests into the physical. And so through, changing changing our thoughts and staying aligned and putting out positive intentions for what it is that we want to see or create or manifest, we probably will begin to get really good at manifesting and kind of getting in control of our reality. From the time that you came onto this planet, you've been creating your entire reality. No one else. That's why the victim programming doesn't work anymore. This is going to take some energetic mastery and realizing that we're creating everything. Everything we didn't like, you manifested that too. And you can see based on the negative experiences that we've had that we're actually powerful manifestors. And that a lot of times we created our fears and things that we didn't want by worrying and stressing out and having anxiety about things. We ended up creating those things. So if we can learn how to stay positive, we can definitely start to create like our dream reality, heaven on earth, the fifth dimension, things like that. Stay aligned with manifesting. The best way for putting out your intentions, I like to daydream. I'm pretty busy with my life, right? I like to daydream about the things that I am trying to work on, places I want to go, things I want to see. And, you know, we really limit ourselves thinking about what we can afford to do, what we think is possible. You know, we are infinite co-creators and we have this entire universal force behind us. And we're forgetting because we get so wrapped up in our egoic perception here that there is a creative force that he built us, we'll say, made us so that it could experience itself and to have, you know, more love and fun in its life. And while we're kind of wrapped up in what it is that we want, we have this force much bigger than ourselves that in a minute would align anything that would make us happy, anything that would be us following our bliss, in a second would align it for us. Stay consciously aware that you are creating this week. There's a lot of energy coming into the planet still, and it's amping up whatever it is that you're thinking about. I'm going to get started doing Lemurian cards. You can just drop a comment if you want one. My link is above. I've been doing a lot of Akashic work this week, which is really awesome. I am manifesting students to come check out my class section on my site, right? Come maybe get a healing if you resonate with this, an activation. We still have Chiron retrograde, so it's bringing up a lot of the emotions, the repressed. I did an energy report on this page about, you know, the astrology and stuff. You can just set up anything on my site if you need me. I come find you. Lori Martin, thank you. Manifest, perfect. Good co-creation, gratitude, divine alignment, joyful visions. And we're going to learn that we already have had abilities the entire time, but the energy is changing, making it easier and easier for us to manifest. We're instant manifesting on next level right now. Pay attention to what you're thinking about. Stay aligned. Tina Kittle. Indigo Child, inspire, heart, dialogue, action, passion, and community. I find that a lot of the awakened are probably starseeds of some sort. I feel like, you know, we've been activated for service if we're having this spiritual awakening in sort of a sense. I'm not sure exactly what triggers an awakening. I think it might be codes within our DNA set to go off at a certain time, and that's why maybe some people have a hard time waking others, right? Because it's just something that is kind of pre-planned out. You are an indigo. You guys know that if you're trying to get into like past lives, and it's a good time for this, who you were before this, stuff like that. You guys know I do that with my Akashic reading too. For sure an indigo though. Cassandra King, love it. I'm going to be talking about dreams this week as well, because we are going through the subconscious. A lot of you guys are getting messages through dreams. This is a time to be tuning in to your loved ones in the other realm, your ancestors. If you're thinking of people that have passed or crossed over, trust me, they're there with you. Let's see, Cassandra. Inner child attunement. We're doing a lot of inner child healing. We see a lot of the masculine is kind of, there's an imbalance of the masculine. Well, that makes sense to me, because if you are a woman and you were a child and you had something traumatic happen to you, you would step into that masculine energy yourself as a protector. We're doing a lot of inner child healing until December with Chiron retrograde. It's bringing up old wounds, old things. These are not things that just surface this life. These are things that have been going on a loop, right? And have been affecting you many lives. You would have been seeing many perspectives. It's time to let this stuff go now, though. This is the life where we release this stuff. We've had a lot of emotional release with this energy this week as well, because we're doing a lot of clearing with that too, and we have a lot of repressed emotions that are coming to the surface as people are beginning to feel more and more. Go within, listen, loving parenting. Nancy Roswell. The new man, enlightened masculine, potential, new earth. And we have to find balance between the feminine and masculine in some degree. It's why we get matched up to learn with a lot of people, because we're trying to balance those energies. Just as the feminine is rising, so is the masculine. It is the feminine's job to birth the masculine, so be patient with the process. We all have different abilities. People are expecting everyone to have the same abilities, and it's things that you tune into, and everyone has different gifts and abilities that are coming online, and everyone will go through a spiritual awakening when it is their time. These are not things that we can force. Jane Marie Barrett. Storm. We're in a storm now. It doesn't feel like it, but we're kind of at the tail end of a storm. It's okay to feel it all. Cleanse, collapse of the old, realignment. You know, I said this morning that we're going to see a powerful new beginning at the end of the month. So if you guys have things that are collapsing, falling in, no longer serving you, just go with the flow. We only, create suffering and blockages when we won't just let go and let this old stuff collapse into something new. It's a really good time for you guys to be cleaning out your house too. Do some spring cleaning. Yes, we block our abundance and flow of money by holding on to objects we're not holding oftentimes in the material. So, if things are not in alignment with you, as in you're not using them, just kind of taking up space, I have some of my favorite target areas that you guys can go into if you have a garage, if you have like storage space, drawers, begin to declutter more too. It's a really good time for that. Make sure you guys are sharing this feed out too. I always need you guys to. D.L. McDonald. Elders, spiritual mentoring, equality, stability, wisdom, experience, and counsels. And we are the people on this feed that are anchoring in these higher frequencies. That is our job here. It doesn't matter where you're at in this process, what you recall, that is our job, to vibrate higher and to shift this entire planet into the fifth dimension. Just really do more of what lights you up. I'm finding, right? I need to find my light more. Also, we're going into this darker half of the year, and the veil is really thin, and there's a lot of energies around us. It's okay to take time. Listen to your body. We're going through a lot of physical and light body and etheric upgrades. Pay attention to your body. If you guys are tired, rest. If you're hungry, eat. You're recalibrating. Johnny Brugier. Etheric matter, spiritual matter, new life, sparkles, bedding in the light. And like I said, the veil is very thin this time, so you guys should be really intuitively tuned in right now, feeling more psychic, understanding that you have amazing abilities that you're getting back to. The abilities that you're going to unlock and tap into are not just something you're discovering this life for the first time. It's something you're stepping back into. These would have been gifts that you would have worked with many, many lifetimes to master them, things that you're really good at, skills that we have that are coming back online. Keely Mellowship. Sacred Mountain, Vision Quest, Clarity and Truth, Deep Healing. Pay attention to the things going on in your mind. It takes so much work, right? Because I have my moments where I'm really good at this, and then I kind of slip back and I have to do a lot of rearranging. Pay attention to the things that you're thinking about. Make sure, that you realize that your brain was designed to be like a supercomputer that would be navigating this experience, and everything that you literally thought about, you would be kind of choosing to see that in your actual physical reality. Pay attention to your thoughts. A lot of you guys have abilities and are not even aware of it with the things that you're thinking about. Kathleen. Lemurian Shaman, shadow dissolving in a gaze of truth, going beyond fear, initiation. We're working on the crown chakra a lot right now too, a lot with the ego. And right, we had to go into these roles and these personalities, and we see a lot of that kind of dissolving now. And there is, I like to think of the veil between dimensions as the ego, right? What blocks our sight in so many ways. So we have a dissolving and a breaking down that is beginning to occur with the ego. And we're going to see this next year, early on in 2020, with the entire collective, where we see a lot begins to be broken down and dismantled in terms of collective systems, politics, and things like that. Let's see. Nevia Ambrosius Smith. Fire of transformation. We just had a lot of that Aries energy sweep the planet. They say Aries is god of war, right? So we had a lot of kind of destructive energy, but it's breaking down the old, like I said, because we're getting ready for a powerful new beginning. Radical purification, violet flames, surrendering and resurrection. really only the things no longer serving us or no longer in alignment can be stripped away, or can we lose anyway. This is all about purifying ourselves and getting back to the core essence of who we are as a soul. Descuthier. Observe. Loving eyes see all. See the truth. Take a step back. Sometimes we get so wrapped up in our patterns and our programming. And your patterns become your programming, right? It becomes your subconscious habits. So if you do something every day on repeat, it just becomes easy to you and you kind of do it on autopilot. This is about reprogramming ourselves so that we have healthier, better habits as well, to take a step back. Sometimes we just kind of go about our lives in that program, those patterns, and they're no longer serving us. Kind of take a step back, take a break, observe more of your own life. Juliet Saltmarsh. Dolphin Baby. Lemurian origin. Flow. Timeless. Adaptable. Free. Take your time. I'm very drawn to this, to Lemuria as a place that my soul loved. I see a lot of really beautiful places in the past that my soul, learned in. And I think that's what we're trying to get back to creating here this life. Not so much in Atlantis with the mental. It was kind of destructive there. We're getting back to that heart frequency kind of base places, and we're finding a need that in order to do that, we're going to need to connect with the earth more and connect with nature. Get outside. Anyone that spent time in some of these places like Lemuria or elemental realms, or was one with the elemental realms and things like that, will find a lot of power in connecting with Gaia, getting outside, staying on those frequencies. Leah Catherine, know yourself. Meditate. Who am I? The veil is lifting and opening, and that's why we've been so disconnected from spirituality, because we haven't had that yearning to know were we before this life. What are we doing here? What's our deeper purpose? And we've kind of become settled into just the material as a level of understanding. We're going to get back to who we are, what we're doing here, hopefully our purpose, things that you should be asking the universe. Elise Valentine. Vision and unity. Focus on the light. Right to see. Release illusion. Pineal activation. Keep on working on your third eye. That's powerful. That is really your psychic connection. Your third eye is your psychic connection, your modem to the universe. Your DNA is like literally your blueprint to who you are. Everything in your soul, your Akashic. It's your spiritual software, and it contains a lot of your spiritual abilities too. So through us activating our third eye and our DNA, we can really tap into these, what we might consider superpowers, spiritual abilities, the ability to see through the things that are not real around us. Keep working with your third eye. You guys know that I do third eye activations, DNA activations on my site too if you guys need them. Kelly Martin Wright. Cosmic heart source. Source of all. True home. Just be. Heart connection. Keep on working on your heart chakra. Things like chlorella. I really love algae. I saw that they probably make you live longer too in a scientific study. And they've been really powerful for me for healing and for detoxing, especially with a lot of the current global issues going on with the metals and the toxicity and everyone sick and things like that. So it's been really powerful. I'm really into algae to also assist you. I'm into crystal healing as well. A lot of you guys are into crystals. I do crystal Reiki too, right? So things like that. Get more green crystals. They're really powerful. Malachite's one of my favorite crystals to work with for healers and for the heart chakra. There's a lot of power found in that crystal. Marcus Hill, hello, healing. But if we didn't have this kind of experience, we couldn't all come together back to oneness, right? Back to source, back to healing. So understand this is all part of the journey to kind of bring us back together on a collective level. It's part of a divine plan. Let go, surrender, trust the universe. Gentleness of love, realignment, and transformation. And it was never about the material or the physical. This is a school where we come to learn, and this is a hardcore school where we do a lot of soul growth fast. So this has always been about the spiritual, your soul, less about what people believe it to be. Yeah, make sure you guys share this out too, please. Kit Labazer. Arise. Know and flow is the love that you are. Bliss. We're going to find, I know that everyone thinks it's in the third eye. I spend too much time in my third eye, right? With my job, I spend too much time in my third eye if you know me. So I'm trying to do more heart chakra work. I believe that a lot of our power will actually be found through love and the electromagnetic field that kind of surrounds that heart chakra. And we're going to continue to go through a lot of expansion with that. The divine feminine's been going through a lot with the heart chakra and the throat chakra too for a little bit. So keep working with the heart chakra. That's how we really tap into being telepathic as well, feeling more frequencies, feeling more vibes, not through the third eye as you would think, but more through the heart chakra. Let's see, Randy Baden. Resolution. Old timelines are collapsing. Insights, higher self-embodiment, expression. So we do have a lot that's been falling away. Oh, infinitely, right? Infinitely. But you should be finding more and more of who you are going through this journey. So let go of the old for sure. Just stay aligned with what do you want to manifest now? Let go of yesterday, I would say, right? Me learning how to navigate, different dimensions. Let go of yesterday. Just stay really focused today on what it is you're manifesting, because you're always changing, right? We're always shifting directions, focuses, opportunities, options. Just stay really aligned with what it is you're trying to create. Christy Soul. Syrian emissaries. Dream for the new earth. Time for a magical life. And I love some of these galactic, we'll say, forces that are assisting humanity. For sure, explore your Syrian connection. I'm very drawn to all the blue star planets, I say, right? You guys know I do spiritual groups here on Facebook, hopefully, too. I have a group section on this page, and you can go ahead and add those. Like, if you like the energy updates, I do most of my content in my Reiki group now lately. I'm always kind of bouncing around, and I have other spaces on here. Maybe go check that out, because I do a lot of blue star kind of healing stuff in that space. Desiree Blackburn. Earth and air, stabilization, physical integration, mental clearing. And like I said, our connection with Gaia really helps us with our psychic awareness, clearing our aura, putting us on the right frequencies. Get outside more. Work on staying grounded too. A lot of times when we get ungrounded, it makes our energy chaotic. So if we can stay really grounded, it helps us to better align stuff to us. See it. Gwenda Manuel. Initiation. Deep trust, deep healing, reconnection with all. Keep on working on your energy. That's where we're going to find these answers. Through mastering our energy, we can master our reality. And only till we master our energy can we really master our reality in the way that we need to. Donna K. Brannon. Rising to Pleiadian frequencies, sacred bond, healing, clearing space for higher energies. And we've been doing a lot of clearing, right? We've been doing a lot of clearing with this full moon energy. So we've been doing a lot of releasing and letting go. That's why it's very important that we're getting back on track with what is it we want to create now. We have a lot of powerful energy to assist us in bringing us more abundance, more of what we want, more of our manifestations during this time. Let's see, Erica Anderson. Way of Pearls, liminal space, new energies, trust, and time of growth. A lot of people are suddenly feeling energy or feeling the energy more and more, hopefully, right? I'm hoping hopefully it is. And they're feeling the spiritual, feeling the energy coming in. These energies are going to continue to pick up in intensity, and we're getting hit with as much energy as our bodies can handle. And this ascension is done on an individual basis. We're really getting upgraded at a pace that our body can physically go through this transformation, this process. As the more that you go through this ascension, the more energy sensitive you probably will become to the collective, the energies coming in. These are abilities coming online. Joy Jackson. Abundance. Fullness of source, enough for all, open. And I'm thinking about that this morning, because what is it that we're trying to create? We're trying to create Lemuria back on earth here. We're trying to create a heaven on earth type of atmosphere where there is infinite abundance, and we can tune in and tap into our infinite potential as these co-creators. Stay aligned with the new. Crystal Lynn. Portholes. Doorways into the now, letting go of the warrior. And like I said, the warrior is too much masculine energy for the feminine, right? We're seeing an imbalance collectively. And so, this will mean that the feminine will have to rise. And that doesn't just mean for the feminine. The masculine has those energies within as well. So we're going to have to kind of continue to unlock our intuition, our heart chakra, more compassion, more empathy. Kelly De La Torre. Awakening. It's why we're here. This planet is suddenly experiencing a mass global awakening, and we're in the beginning phases of that still. We're going to see some drastic changes continue. I mean, I couldn't even imagine with the energy going up like this where we'll be in a couple of years with all of this. Know who you are, DNA activation. Keep on working on that question. You guys know that's why I am here helping too. So if you guys need to tune into who you are on a soul level, things you're doing here, you can always find me one-on-one by setting up a reading. I always put the link below too if you need it. Let's see, Stephanie Gibson. More forgiveness, more heart chakra work. See the bigger picture, trust and heal. Who do we need to forgive? Ourselves, these little things that we've been holding on to, that we shoved inside, that we didn't process correctly. Traumas, inner wounds, inner pains, and hopefully Chiron retrograde is bringing that out. Also on a collective level right now for the next couple of months. Time to let go of these things. These are things that are affecting our vibrational frequency now, things that we haven't dealt with that are all going to come to the surface. There is a cleansing that is occurring on this planet. There is a purification that is happening with this energy kind of streaming in. Marina Rapan. Unlock your gifts. Keep working with your third eye. Sacred gifts, energy, senses. Pure love is the key. So we've done a lot of work with the third eye. Hopefully. So we're kind of getting back to that heart chakra and releasing, you know, a lot of old wounds, a lot of grief, old grief from past lives as well as surfacing that we can't process. But the subconscious understands all of this stuff and what is going on more than our conscious mind, since we have, you know, incarnated into this place and don't always remember all of that stuff. Keep working with your heart chakra. Tracy Decker. Cosmic circles, great sacred space, embrace unlimited possibilities. And we have infinite possibilities, but when we're planning something out, it's usually, oh, this will go good or this will go bad. We've kind of been sold into this dualistic type of perspective. We have infinite potential to create infinite possibilities. We have this infinite force that is also assisting us in doing this. We are navigating our own experience with our thoughts and our feelings and how we think about these things and what kind of vibrations we're putting out. Time to unlock that infinite potential, something that I'm working on as well, because I've, you know, been at these amazing states of clarity and I've kind of been there and I'm getting glimpses and, you know, here I still am, right? Time to work on unlocking that infinite mastery, that infinite potential when it comes to our manifesting. This stuff takes practice. You know, the more you practice at it, the better that you'll get at it as well. Gretchen Hyatt, good morning. Throwing things out and moving. It's always good to jump off your timeline. We don't realize sometimes staying in the same house and things like that block our energy and can become stagnant in our lives. And sometimes it's really good to go create something new. Gretchen, joy of life, trust, open your hand, share, let go. And you're going to have to just let go and trust the universe at this point, which can be really hard. But, you know, I've been on this adventure also doing this mission and doing these videos. And, you know, I've had to do the same thing and just kind of let go and go with the flow. Take it a minute at a time, a day at a time. Trust the universe. Sarif Celine Mezahorvi. Well of dreams, creation, visions, messages, dissolve the veil, bliss, dreams. We have a lot going on with our head chakras. We have many of them. You know, you're really tuning in through the dream realm as well and having more and more lucid and astral experiences. Whether you remember that or not, I'm not sure. Depends. Sometimes we remember them, sometimes we don't. Sometimes you're getting glimpses of them. But you're becoming more tuned in the dream realm as well. Once we become more lucid there, we tend to become more lucid here as well. It's kind of the same kind of rules apply. So as we're waking up more and more and having more lucid dream experiences, we're learning how to navigate it better and better here in this dimension as well. Pay attention to your dreams. They are messages. If you even remember like a glimpse of it or something, they are messages. Angelica Banda. Sovereignty, right to choose, immunity to hoofs. Dakota Dustin. Lemurian guide, sister, friend, a teacher of infinite universal love. Pay attention, your soul wants to return you to Lemuria. Everyone always talks about some other places. Your soul is striving to get back to those same frequencies and those same abilities that you once had, that original template, places your soul is drawing you back to, whether it's, you know, watching a Lemurian video like this, or other types of things. Your soul's kind of trying to lead you back to certain places. Everything in everyone's reality is just a reflection of your soul and you finding yourself again. So I've been kind of on a weird journey over here, and I've been drawn to a lot of really spiritual places here, and then I've realized that this is just me exploring things from past lives. A lot of your lessons this life are you seeing things from past lives to kind of trigger our memory, our understanding. Pay attention. Nothing is random here. Nothing is by chance. It doesn't matter what you decide to do with your free will. Everything is kind of part of this divine plan and going always exactly as planned. Jen Bird. Expression, authentic expression. Words are powerful. Truth. Yeah, we're getting back to that our words are also very powerful, and that they're, creating powerful vibrations. The things that we say are instant manifesting now. Yes, negative or positive, it's up to you. The things that we are talking about are not just manifesting for ourselves, but for other people. We need to learn that as we're stepping back into this spiritual power, that we need to be more and more careful with our words. Latoya Jordan. Blu-ray being, direct divine expression, bridge between dimensions, and you are part of that Blu-ray. And a lot of people that are indigos, empaths, energy sensitive, right, healers, things like that, we're processing a lot of energy. I'm convinced some people can't feel it. I don't know, right? I'm like getting nailed with energy next level, and people seem to be noticing a lot going on this planet. But I am very energy sensitive, and I'm noticing this morning when I'm kind of navigating the rest of the month, right, making plans for the rest of the month, because I have to live my life around these energy shifts now. That's the level of conscious awareness that I'm at, that it would make sense that I'm trying to kind of do my schedule, my life around these energy shifts, so I can learn how to navigate and use these ascension energies to my benefit. But we're taking in a lot of upgrades, integrating a lot of energies very fast on this planet, and it's a lot on the physical body as we're kind of activating these parts of ourselves that have been kind of dormant for so long. So take time. Like, I'm huge on, I have to take a salt bath every day. I have to take time for myself to recharge. I have to make sure that I'm taking really good care of my body, that I'm taking vitamins, things like that. More self-care. Katie Capasser, Star Children. No veils, psychic, different, cosmic inspiration. Some of you guys are these rainbow and crystal souls as well, right? And, whatever it is, we're turning back to that rainbow fifth dimensional frequency on a spiritual level. So you have a lot of psychic abilities coming online. Let's see. Mary Corbett. Integration, I love this. I love it. With the little light beings around the crystals, how I picture Lemuria as well, with the big crystals and a lot of crystal technology. Work with crystals. If you guys are Lemurian starseeds, make sure you're working with more crystals. You'll find a lot of power with those type of technologies, and that it will really amplify your own energy. Sometimes you attract crystals because they hold things in them, like activation codes and knowledge that you kind of align to be coming in contact with again this life. Forgive yourself and others. Let go of the defenses. Open the door. More heart chakra work. Let's see. I can't see all my comments. Good. It's Facebook, not me. Robin Bendau, Guattari. Whale teachings, depths of experience and healing, teacher and mentor, share and wisdom. We came here to teach and to assist on some level, right? We came here to teach, I swear. It sounds really crazy because when I heard that about myself, it took me a minute to step into that role more as a teacher and, from that healer perspective, because it wasn't something for me. I didn't think I could do a good job with it, right? And so we have this kind of block with that. Like, a lot of people don't want to try to teach again after how it went in some past incarnations and things like that. So we have a lot we're kind of trying to bridge. Just find your truth. Just you finding your voice and your truth and living in alignment with your truth is really powerful. This is about us being authentic to who we are on a lot of levels. Shantae McKay, restore. Time out for you. Nature, shamanic signs. Like I said, just get outside. This is our week to rest. When I look at the astrology and what's coming, we have, like I said, a powerful new moon coming with a new beginning at the end of the month, right? And we have some other kind of fun stuff coming. So I look at it like, well, this is our week to rest. I usually try to rest more. I do more food, more self-care during this week because I know that the moon cycles and energy shifts affect our sleep cycles. So it's a really good week for dream work, meditation, trying to astral travel, tuning into the other realm. Daisy Sambalin. Depths of love. Let go of fear. Jump into love. Go beyond attachments. And we had so much fear that we came here with from past incarnations. Time to let go of that fear. Time to really, live life accordingly to love. Make love-based choices. Melissa Skinner Lewis. Thank you. Rainbow Child, Unstoppable, New Earth Builder, Multi-Talented, Miraculous Alchemy. That's why you're drawn to this video. If you're watching this, congratulations. You are meant to be manifesting. So you really are a builder in every sense. Make sure you're staying very positive with your thoughts and putting out clear intentions. That's why I like to make a list and write things down. We do have 50,000 thoughts a day, I guess, on average. So we're not always as clear telepathically as we like to think at this place. So it can be really powerful in keeping a list. I like to keep mine updated daily. I just make a list on my notepad. Make a list. Use affirmations, right? Daydream. Lisa Mancini. Peace beyond survival, peacemaker through inner peace, resolving ancient splits. And this is about us finding harmony within, and then our world comes into better harmony. Keep on working on your energy, and this is a good time to come back into alignment. So we're kind of wrapping up our days in Libra season, which is about balance, harmony, coming back into alignment energetically. Make sure that you're taking time and space to be working on your own energy and your own frequency right now. A lot of the times I would kind of go around absorbing everyone else's frequency, and I found it powerful for me to kind of find my own vibration and my own frequency before I go deal with people all day long, right? So I'm not just kind of absorbing their frequency and bouncing around. I need to stay in my high frequency kind of vibration and bring people up to my frequency. So it's really important that we're setting and finding our own frequency when we begin our day before we kind of go deal with other people as well. I'm going to get off of here, but again, I am manifesting students. Check out my class section if you're into this kind of stuff. I am here for Akashic readings, energy work, activations, and to set up anything, you just go to my site and I'll find you immediately.